watering holes. It's an Arizona staple.
It is a beer that is perfect for the Arizona weather.
You can drink it anywhere.
You can find Scottsdale Blonde at your local grocery store, retailers, and your favorite local beer shop. And as always, at findhousebeer.com.
Scottsdale Blonde. # bring the blonde, because it's an Arizona thing. That's what the Huss is about.
Joe Brown here with Accident Law Group. If you were hurt in an accident, find us on the web at accidentlawgroup.com.
Broadcasting from the Superbook.com studio. Superbook Sports, now live. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910.
Cardinals complete their scheduled head coaching interviews for the week in today's meetings with Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan. Giants offensive coordinator Mike Kafka interviewed Tuesday. CBS Sports reported the team is expected to interview Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn a second time. The date has not been set. College hoops resumes today. 7th-ranked Arizona taking on Oregon. ASU gets Oregon State. Canadian sports outlet TSN reported the Raptors were close to acquiring Sun center DeAndre Ayton in a sign-and-trade over the summer. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. That's green. Enter it now at foxsports910.com.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
A nice Thursday on tap for us. Temperatures getting up to about 67 degrees. Plenty of sunshine out there. For tonight, slightly cooler with those temperatures dipping down to around 44 degrees with clear skies. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Oregano's.
For 30 years, Oregano's has been combining fresh ingredients with unique recipes to offer tasty dishes with big flavors. Stop in for dine-in or takeout at your neighborhood Italian joint or order online at oreganos.com. Oregano's, 30 years of timeless classics.
Calling all sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by the injury attorneys Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B on Fox Sports.
Guys are hot.
10.
Well, how about those Suns? They had their 2-game winning streak snapped last night as they got blown out by the Hawks. But Devin Booker is on his way back. Welcome in. Hour number 2. Had some technical issues in the first hour, but we are back. And as Mike Greenberg says on ESPN, we're back and better than ever.
Absolutely, man. We're ready to go. Ready to rock and roll.
2 days in a row, Manuch. You have one job.
Yeah.
One job.
Wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah, but
that wasn't me.
But it's still your responsibility.
Yeah.
Feed the hamsters. You got to feed the hamsters.
And I take that.
And we know that from other station we worked at where the whole thing ran on kerosene. And we aren't
literally,
here.
Jimmy, that's a
It
true.
literally was on kerosene.
Wow.
And when we run out, we go off the air. Because he couldn't afford to pay for the kerosene.
This time was no kerosene, just my bad. I got that plug that goes in the wall. I got to make sure that it was secured more than it was. So I'll use more of that tape to make sure. So my bad.
Hey, coming up this hour, we will have Quick Draw Manuch. Hopefully he can redeem himself for
I won last week.
The last 2 days.
I won last week.
And then we'll catch up with Gus Farrat. We'll get his take on the Super Bowl and who he's picking, get his prediction. We'll also have an opportunity for you to challenge one of the Twin Peaks gals here at Scottsdale Twin Peaks. Thanks to Coors Light and Blue Moon for our Peaks picks. And you will have an opportunity to get in just minutes the big game challenge. And what that's all about is we've teamed up with Talking Stick Resort where you call us and you give us your prediction for the big game. If you get it right, the score, we're going to hook you up with a 2-night stay at Talking Stick Resort, dinner for 2 at Tosh, dinner for 2 at Orange Sky, and a spa. How about that? Over $1,500 in value as we are excited as we'll be out at the Talking Stick Resort location for the big game. Myself, Jimmy, Manuch, Barney, Bob will have you covered, and Bo Jackson and Doug Flutie. So if you want information on that, go to our website, rockandmanuch.com. Tickets are $25 at Ticketmaster right now. Also, if you can't make it down there, you can always join us at Casino Arizona 101 in McKelps as Bauer Jax, and Gross will be hosting the festivities there. Giving away cash just for watching the big game. No cover there. So got two options, and it should be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to that. Let's get into the top stories this hour.
Time for the top local and national stories of the hour. Powered by the Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar in Casino, Arizona. Bet big on your favorite teams and players in an environment that's as exciting as the game you're watching. There's no better place in the Valley to get in on the action. The Sportsbook at CAZ Sports Bar. Now, guys, what's your top story this hour?
Unfortunately, Phoenix Suns, they got blown out last night. No other way to put it. 132-100. Mikal Bridges, again, has been consistent as of late. 23 points, 7 assists in the loss. DeAndre, still getting 20 points out of him every day, which is kind of good. On 9 of 12 shooting, so not bad. But this team could not make a three-pointer. They were at 14% beyond the arc. Just couldn't do it. A cold night.
14% versus 57%, dang near 58% by the Hawks. And, yeah, they're just hot. And when you see a team go back-to-back quarters, second and third quarter, folks scored 76 points combined. Number one, it's tough to compete with. Number two, it's tough to try to stay in the game when you're only hitting barely 14% from three-point land.
I'm telling you right now, they panicked in the second quarter when all those shots went down. They went away from their game plan, and they tried to match 3-ball for 3-ball. Rock, you referenced it. They were pathetic behind the arc, and it was the opposite for the Atlanta Hawks, who were just drilling everything. 19 of 33 behind the three-point line for Atlanta last night. But you went away from where you needed to be. And just because the first half isn't going your way, there's no need to panic. And they did, and they tried to start throwing up haymakers from 25 feet, and they just would not go down.
Well, the other thing, too, is when you hear Monty talk about communication and DeAndre Ayton and everybody say, hey, we just didn't communicate. It seems like when they get blown out as far as defensively, and a lot of that's communication defensively. Because at some point, don't you want to go play the perimeter, knowing that they are, and just knowing that if they try to go back door or drive, you got somebody down low to knock them into the into the rafters, right?
But they didn't do that.
That's what we don't understand, Jimmy.
I know.
Why are they not doing that?
Because they got down and they hung their heads, and the game was over. That's when you reference 76 points in the second and third period.
Combined.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's over. Absolutely. It was over, even though the lead wasn't that disastrous at halftime. For the most part, the game was done.
ASU basketball tonight. They'll take on Oregon State as the Beavers in Tempe tonight, as ASU has dropped 4 in a row after they got swept by the Washington schools last week. Devils 15-7 right now, trying to turn this thing around. It's not too late. 6-5 in the Pac-12. Still have some time. Elsewhere, you got 7th-ranked Arizona. They'll host Oregon tonight. GCU will be back in action on Saturday as Stephen F. Austin is in town. Yode's still off of that All-Star break. On a national level, a friend, I call him a friend. He probably doesn't know who I am, but I worked for him for a long time. Cleve Bryant died today, former Ohio quarterback, Texas Associated Athletic Director. He was 75. He was a quarterback. He was also the head coach when I went to school there, undergrad and grad. He also coached at North Carolina, Illinois, the Texans. He even spent some time with the Panthers. So he played at Ohio, actually, when my dad was there in 65 and to 69. And then he got coaching at Miami, Ohio, which is Ohio University and Miami, Ohio. That's like ASU, U of A.
That's the
rivalry. So thoughts and prayers to the Cleve Bryant family, a guy that I had an opportunity when he was out here for the Fiesta Bowl to talk to him and say hi, and didn't know who I was. But, hey, I did stats for you for 5 years for the Sports Information Office at Ohio University. So only 75 years old.
Yeah, that's a shame. But you hate to lose good football minds, good organizational minds, and to see that. And, heck, in those days, Rock, it had to be a lot of you there to keep those stats and keep those things in line, all of the metrics, the Sabre metrics back in the day. But very, very sad to lose that man.
So there's a lot of talk on national television today about the top 5 signal callers of all time. Dan Orlovsky is getting a lot of grief today because he did not put Joe Montana in his top 5. So what had happened is the NFL Players Association had the players vote on who their top 5 are that are currently playing. Okay, well, there's the all-time, and then
current.
And I apologize, but she didn't.
I didn't make it.
You didn't get not even an honorable vote.
But Rock, if you scroll down, best holders of all time.
Yeah,
that's that one category.
Holder.
Did you even have a football card as a holder?
Well, here's how it worked back in the day.
Is this going to be a long story?
No, it's not. Yeah, those first few years only, Tops only made football cards for starters. So me being a backup and a holder, I was not.
That sucks.
So when I came back for a replacement game in '87, they were making them for everybody. Back in the day. So,
why would they do that? Because a lot of guys, you may not start the season.
yeah.
But then somebody gets hurt, and then you get in there.
I don't know. Tops was like that. Matter of fact, I've had a couple guys send me, cards over the years from like '81 through. But the first few years, no, it's only for starters only. So
here are the top 5: Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, and Patrick Mahomes. I can't argue that.
Okay, so Jackson, Burrows.
I already gave it to you.
One more time, Ron. I'm writing it down.
I got to go back.
Yeah.
He's old. It takes some time to.
Where are you at?
I'm at Burrows. So you had Burrows number 2. Lamar, Burrows.
All right.
No, that was number 4. Number 3 is Jalen Hurts.
Oh, you
number
went
2
5
is Josh
3
Allen.
minutes.
Number 1 is Mahomes.
Okay.
And then the running backs, top 5, 1 to 5 minutes. I'll go.
Thank you. Top to bottom. Yes. Thank you.
Josh Jacobs.
There you go.
Nick Chubb, Tony Pollard, Christian McCaffrey, and Saquon Barkley.
Saquon at 5.
Yeah, I would have put him 2.
I would have moved up McCaffrey too.
And then wide receivers.
Chase has got to be at the top. Chase.
It's got to be not even on the list.
Really?
Jamar Chase is not on
gotta
the
be
list.
kidding
And again,
me.
these guys, the people that are voting on this, do a lot more than we do.
Right, sure. I mean,
Because they
see
face
him.
these guys, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, number 5, I'm going to go backwards now.
All right.
A.J. Brown.
Okay.
Number 4, Tyreek Hill.
Okay.
He had a great season.
Number 3, Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
Number 2, Devontae Adams.
Okay. Jefferson. Yeah.
And number 1,
Jefferson.
Okay.
Justin
Yeah.
Jefferson.
Well,
Chase, I could see.
I have Chase and Jefferson 1 and 2.
I could make it. I could make a
8?
case for Chase.
I don't know about
Yeah,
Diggs at
you could,
3.
yeah.
Diggs, I'd take out of the
2 minutes.
Brown at number 5. Kind of sort. Yeah, that's. I mean, when you look at those receivers, there's that 6 degrees of separation thing, very very slim margin. But I look at the home run hitters.
But here's the thing: if you look at all of them, with the exception of 2 guys, Justin Jefferson didn't have one of the top 5 quarterbacks.
No, he
Yeah,
did not.
Devontae Adams didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs did.
Yes.
Okay, with Josh Allen. Tyreek Hill.
He did. He had Tua.
Yeah, he had Tua.
And who was hurt?
Yeah.
So literally, then A.J. Brown's got Jalen Hurts. But
Yeah.
so literally, only 2. Yeah, 2.
Yeah, you look at that receiver that's productive no matter who's quarterback.
Tyreek Hill's catching balls from Skylar Thompson.
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill is yeah, good Wildcats. He's that true proverbial home run hitter. Every one of those guys is a home run hitter. And you look at also the big games, the playoffs they played, and those games that they had to win. Some of the things I look at as well too.
And we are out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale, and we are about a week away from giving away the grill, the customized grill for your backyard. And if you would like to register, all you got to do is text Peaks to 55678. That's Peaks to 55678. It's that easy. 15 minutes, we will be joined by former Redskin and longtime NFL quarterback Gus Frerotte. But next, we started last week. I give it about a C-. Jax,
Well,
C-.
That's better than a D.
Ben, C-, because we're the judges. It's called Quick Draw Manuch. And what we're doing for the next few weeks is we're going to do this once a week. And then we're eventually going to open up and let people challenge Manuch. Right now, we got Jimmy going at it with him. And the way it works is we're going to have 7 questions, and they have to answer the question with the letter that I give them for that answer.
But we got to call it our name first. Make sure we say Manuch.
Yes. Could we do that?
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we need to say it again, Jimmy?
Yes. 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 I will. Yes. Yes. And
Right
yes.
there, Jimmy.
So,
Yes, I'll write it down.
so we'll call out the question, and the last thing you're going to hear, starting with the letter M. And then you guys, Manuch, Jimmy, whatever.
Manuch. I say Manuch and
Now,
Manuch.
do you call yourself Jimmy, Jim? James?
Whatever you want to do.
No, but what do you like?
What do you
It's up
say?
to you. So
I'm good.
I just want to be ready. You may throw us off.
Well, I might.
Okay. All right. That's next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910.
Tomorrow on The Drive, 2 out of the 3 new coaching candidates for the Arizona Cardinals would be from the Cincinnati Bengals organization. I'll tell you why the Bengals might be the perfect franchise for the Cardinals to model. Coming up 6:05 on The Drive, Fox Sports 910, and your free iHeartRadio app.
The football postseason is here, and you can still win Twin Peaks Man Cards just by playing Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's weekly Fan Pick'em contest. Head to fanpick'em.com and get in your weekly picks for your chance at weekly man cards. Thanks to Twin Peaks, Coors Light, and Blue Moon. Don't forget to stop by one of the 4 Valley Twin Peaks locations to watch all the playoff action.
That are having some hard times, losing a job or losing a home, and we hear about how many have to move just to look for
Check,
work.
check, guys hear me?
It's terrible to lose your home. For many, they're also losing a beloved family member.
You guys do that one more time, we're going to the Ben Show.
Understand what's happening to them. Fortunately, there are wonderful people who do. The people and the rescue clubs of the American Kennel Club, the largest network of rescue groups and volunteers throughout America. And they rescue all kinds of dogs, not just purebreds. These good people and the AKC find forever homes for all kinds of breeds. And it gives people one less thing to worry about, knowing that their pets are going to a caring home. To find out more, go to akc.org/rescue groups. No matter how hard times get, remember how good dogs make us feel. They love us, rich or poor. Let's return that love by making sure they have a place to stay forever. This is Willie Nelson. Thank you, AKC.
Yippee-yi-yo, Coyote galloping all the way, great big star on his chest. Out from all the rest.
Manuch, Rock, I have the ding and the wrong answer, so I'll play that as I see fit. All right, you guys are hot.
All right, time for a little quick draw, Manuch. We'll get back into some football talk with Gus Farrat here
I'm
in
ready.
about 10 minutes. We're out here at Twin Peaks.
Let's go.
In Scottsdale, 4 locations, a 5th getting ready to open here in March, I believe. So in Deer Valley, so pretty excited. We'll be out at that one. So best of 7. I am the final call as the judge. However, I have a good support staff with Ben and Jax.
Come on, Jimmy B. I need you today. Come on.
And
All right, bro.
I actually had some help from Jax on some of the questions.
Okay.
So I will ask a question. You will answer it starting with the letter I give you.
Okay.
we don't have a buzzer, so in lieu of a buzzer, you're going to say your name or indicate something so we can call on you.
All right.
And then allow me to call on you before you answer.
Okay.
You are judged on how quick you come up with the answer, but more importantly, how creative you are with the answer.
All right.
So that will be what we're doing now.
Creativity has
Question number 1.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Name a healthy snack starting with the letter C.
Tiny Tot of the Kilowatt.
You're out. You're out. You just lost that one.
You got to say your name.
How do you not know?
Tiny Tot of the Kilowatt, Jimmy B.
Manuch. Carrot.
Manuch.
Yeah.
How did I lose that?
You got to call your name.
I did. I said my name. Tiny Tot of the Kilowatt, Jimmy B.
So, did your girl laugh at your joke?
No, man, well.
Because that was not funny. All right, let's start over. Manuch gets the first one.
Thank you.
Surprisingly. Thank you. All right. This is a good one. Number 2. Name a golf reference that starts with the letter F.
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Forward.
Manuch. F. Man.
Too much time.
Funky.
Both were bad. What were you looking for, Jack?
You could have said fairway.
Forward.
F-bomb. Four. Follow through. Like but this morning, I said the F word probably 100 times the way I played. Another one I was looking for, fireball. Like if you get a birdie.
Yeah, birdie juice.
Yeah, my game gets funky sometimes.
All right, question number 3. No one got that one.
No one got that one.
Oh, my gosh. All right. Number 3. Name something that needs a battery starting with the letter T.
Jimmy. Toys.
Manuch. Train.
Go with toys. Lots of toys.
All right.
1-1.
All right.
Question number 4. We're going to be here all week next week. We can't wait. 1 to 4. You got to tune in, as well as Jody in the morning. Name something you'd bring to the Super Bowl Radio Row that starts with the letter P.
Manuch.
Pen.
That was a good answer.
Jimmy.
I'm just glad you guys are getting this right.
Yeah, right. I'd love to say the word, but they'll kick us off the air.
Okay, so Manuch gets it.
It doesn't work, Jimmy.
Manuch 2-1.
You could have said like positivity.
That wasn't what I was saying.
Not where he was going, Jax.
All right, question number 5. Name something you would see while on a jog, starting with the letter P.
Manuch.
People. Pretty good.
Jimmy.
The
same word I was going to use for Radio Row.
Manuch, 3-1. I got 2 more to go.
Right.
Come on, Jimmy. You still got a shot.
Okay.
Number 6. Name a college sports team that starts with the letter D.
Manuch.
Devils. Oh, I was going to say Jimmy. Duke. That's what I was going to say.
I'd say Duke.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though we live in Sun Devil Nation.
Yeah, but it's Sun Devil,
actually
not
Sun
Devils.
Devil. Yes, good job.
Okay.
Duke. Wow. All right. Jimmy.
I gave you that one.
All right, Jimmy. It's 3-2. If you tie this, I will have an extra question for you.
Okay.
All right. Last question.
Uh-oh.
Name a sport starting with the letter S.
Manuch.
Softball. Jimmy. Soccer.
Oh, soccer. Yeah.
Soccer. Yeah. Sorry, Manuch. That's a tie. 3-3.
Oh, you want to go with the foreign sport for crying
It's
out
good
loud?
television, too. Good television.
All right.
Can we go back to the letter P?
No.
I was on fire.
So, all right. So I'm gonna find a question here for this
Little tiebreaker here.
Tiebreaker. Okay.
right.
Let me see here. All right. We're only scroll down.
This is great
All right.
radio.
Last one.
All right.
Hopefully. Name a cuisine starting with the letter S.
Manuch. Spaghetti.
Jimmy. Steak.
So what would you rather have right now? A steak or some spaghetti?
Steak.
Rock and Manuch.
Steak.
Rock and Manuch.
Yeah, I'm going
Paisano.
steak. Jimmy's the winner!
Can I get a silent protest in there from there?
All right, good
Jimmy,
job, boys.
Good job, Jimmy. They gave you that one. That's okay. It's all
3
right.
minutes.
I mean, it's all good. I mean, since I'm Italian,
That's
spaghetti.
what I was going to say. See,
you know.
that's he went ethnicity.
Yes, I did.
Me, on the other hand, I went right for
Yeah.
what good old Americans
You would have thought my Paisano brother, Mike Morocco, out of Philadelphia,
because-
might have leaned that way.
I mean, you have a couple years on Jimmy on this game, so you know how to play it. Obviously, Jimmy is just learning. I applaud you guys for actually finally following the rules.
Hey, yeah, we did.
You know, by
Good job,
saying,
Jimmy.
by
Hey,
saying
yeah.
your name and then, of course,
Yeah,
answer the
and answer
question.
the question. We did it properly.
Did you see what Ben
Manuch blew a 3-0 lead. That was good, Ben.
Nice job. I think they might have had some help from which was going around the National Football League last week. The officiating
Oh boy.
was going around here on Rock and Manuch. That's okay. You got it. You went it fair and square.
He's crying.
Hey,
about it. I'm not.
It's all good.
a rare jersey that NBA legend Kobe Bryant wore in his only MVP season looks as though it could bring in
2 minutes.
as much as $7 million at an auction.
Oh my goodness! The last
There's a
one.
bidding on this jersey
Okay.
that he wore in the 2007-2008. It opened yesterday. That's the year they averaged over 28 points a game, led the Lakers to the NBA Finals. And the jersey is the only one he wore in the playoffs that year.
Wow, 7 million ducats.
So it'll close next Thursday, so we'll see where it'll end up. But, yeah, $7 million.
So you get the jersey, you frame it, encase it, all the above.
In 5 years, you'll sell it for
Yeah, you
12
could.
or 13.
Or lose your ass and not be able to sell it.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true.
Yeah, like when the guy bought Brady's jersey last year
well,
when he
this is-
retired. and
See, I wanna go-
unretired.
So, we were talking about Fireball, right?
Yeah.
So I'm playing golf
1
with my
minute.
dad this morning, right?
Okay.
And my dad's not a shot guy, right? You know, he'll live as Manhattan's and Jack or whatever, you know. But he plays golf where he lives in Charlotte, TKK actually. And all of a sudden, he brings out a bottle of Fireball, like a little mini, right?
Yep.
And he puts it in the golf cart where you usually put the golf balls. You know, there's like that little spot.
yeah.
There's a drink.
Yeah.
And then on the side, there's those. You could probably fit 3 balls or 2 balls. And he goes, Michael, this is where you put your Fireball, right? I go, no, Dad, that's what you put your golf balls. He's like, no, this is where you put your Fireball. I go, since when do you drink Fireball? You haven't even parred a hole yet. I mean, how do you guys do it back in Carolina? Bars, you get Fireball shots? He goes, oh, no, it just gets me going a little bit. I'm like, wow. What happened to you, Dad? Fireball on the golf course?
That very quiet engineer of yesteryear, right? Rob?
Yes. Well, I guess
coming out of his shell.
He retired at 55, and he's 79 right now. I'm like, I guess that's what got him there. I mean, Fireball, man. Hey, Gus Frerotte is going to join us next. We'll get his prediction on the game. Former NFL quarterback, and we'll get his prediction as well as talk about some of the news today when it comes to the top quarterbacks in the National Football League. That's next as we continue. From Twin Peaks in Scottsdale, it's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910.
Behold. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
Chase Field will serve as host for the 2023 MLB Draft Combine, scheduled from June 20th through the 25th. The top 300 draft-eligible players will be invited. Canadian sports outlet TSN reported the Raptors were close to acquiring Sun center DeAndre Ayton in a sign-and-trade over the summer. The Cardinals met with Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan about their head coaching opening. The team is expected to interview Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn a second time. College hoops resumes today. 7th-ranked Arizona taking on Oregon. ASU gets Oregon State. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, Available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider, locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers. Manuch, 480-833-7278. That's allcitytowing.com.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. It's the perfect time of year to take your next adventure off-road in a powerful Chevy Silverado. Round up the whole gang for some family fun in a Chevy Equinox. Hey kids, let's go. Or take your night on the town by storm in a stylish Chevy Blazer. Make more memories and take on the road ahead, wherever it leads you. Find new experiences, find new roads. See your Valley Chevy dealers.
Make plans for the big one Sunday, February 12th at either the Showroom in Casino, Arizona or the Ballroom and Talking Stick Resort. Win cash.
All right, guys, he's ready.
In the big game, as this year marks Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B as the 22nd consecutive season. Doors open at 2. First come, first serve. Just be 21 or older. It's the big game viewing parties with tons of cash and giveaways. See you on February 12th at either Casino, Arizona or Talking Stick Resort.
So I'm bullish on used cars right now. Go to my website, givemethevin.com, and you will get a great experience. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
In a world full of rewards programs, there's never been one quite as fantastic as MGM Rewards. As an MGM Rewards member, dine, stay, play, and earn on what you love. Have the meal of a lifetime. Cheer on your favorite team. See a show that blows your mind. Stay in a baller suite. Shop till you drop. Make the spa your second home. Or just find a nice loud corner for some bottle service. With MGM Rewards, unlock the best of Las Vegas. Visit MGMRewards.com for more details. Subject to earning redemption limitations applicable to certain purchases and in certain states.
Stunning design, unmatched intelligence, and a compact ready-for-anything build. Sometimes exceptional is the rule. The Mercedes-Benz GLA, member of the unrivaled SUV family. Learn more at MBUSA.com.
You guys are hot.
Looking for a push from behind. He is waiting for a signal in. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was a quick one. That was Hurts, 1-yard rush. Took them up to 28-7 in that game. And credit Fox as they went on to beat San Francisco, and they are coming in town this weekend for the big game Super Bowl. Joining us now on the Right Toyota guest line, former NFL quarterback, host of Huddle Up with Gus podcast, and also we will see him alumni media at Radio Row next week, and that's Gus Farad who joins us here on Fox Sports 910. Gus, you got Roc, Manuch, Jimmy B. How you doing, buddy? What's going on?
Well, you guys got a crew today.
Yeah, we're bringing them all out. Super Bowl and everything. So everybody wants to do radio now. When are you getting in town?
I'll be in town next week. Sorry, it's my dog howling at me, but I'll be in town next Tuesday, getting ready to run Radio Row for the NFL alumni media.
So how does that work? Can you kind of peel back the onion, so to speak? And I'm curious what that entails.
Yeah, so about a year ago, we started just kind of doing podcasts for guys, and we've been growing ever since. And it's turning into more shows, more media-specific things. And about a month ago, we kind of worked out that I'll be running Radio Row and turning our NFL alumni into media people. So whatever kind of content they want to create, we want to be the platform for them, because we feel that as alumni, we have the best opportunity to deliver the content that people want to hear. We were the guys on the field in the locker room, and we're trying to bring raw, unfiltered content to all the people out there.
Yeah, it's interesting. Is that Buster in the background howling away there, Gus? Is that him who wanted to chime in?
Yeah. Just, I think, you know what? It's like a little after 4 here, so they know when it's time to eat.
Yeah. Hey, just as far as the last 10 years, how far Media Row has come. Now you have full-blown TV, podcast productions, where 10 years ago, you had the guys on Radio Row, you had a camera here, a camera there. This is a full-blown major league deal. How are you keeping track of all the alumni, where to put them?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a great question for the NFL, right? Because they're running as you can see, it's going to be in the convention center. You need a large space. And I know guys who just podcasts are going to be there, right? And I know people that have radio stations are going to be there. So it's the full-on from TV down to podcasting to terrestrial, you name it, they're going to be there because, it's the biggest stage of the year for any company.
So you look at these two quarterbacks going into this game. Talk about the growth of Hurts and the magic of Mahomes. And even though the Eagles are, favored to win this game, talk about how they coincide with one another and their strengths for that particular way of offense that they're running.
Yeah, I think they're both unflappable, right? What I've seen so far. Mahomes, you take away his best receiver, you plug in other guys that never played with before, and he's still one of the top QBs in the league. Jalen Hurts, you yell at him, he has interceptions, fumbles. He's winning. It doesn't matter. His face stays the same. He's a consistent leader. His demeanor doesn't change. And when you listen to him, he's out there for the guys. He's out there for the right reasons. And I think Patrick Mahomes is the same way. They're both unflappable. They're going to do whatever it takes for their teams to win. And besides that, they have incredible talent.
On top of that talent, and one of the other things I look at is how that team responds around both of them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. They're just incredible leaders on and off the field. And it's funny when you watch some of these shows, podcasts of current players, they have these guys on and you listen to the stories they tell. It's about the team and it's about the things they've done together. And you hear the other players on the teams talk about them as leaders and, why they do so well. And it's just amazing how those guys get to the big games year after year, the ones that the team believes in, trusts in, and will follow no matter what.
I'm always curious about the coaches, and we know Andy Reid's background and winning Super Bowls, losing Super Bowls. He's been there, done that, and he has done it forever. But what about Sirianni? Is that going to be the coaching aspect? Is that going to be a major part of the game, or is it all decided by the players on the field, Gus?
Well, no, I think coaching plays a major part in it, right? A young coach who's been through a lot in his short career, but hasn't been through it all, where Andy Reid has been through it all. Multiple teams, multiple Super Bowls, ups and downs. So when those moments become stressful, he's not stressed. It's just another moment for him because he's been there. Whereas Sirianni, if he has a 4th and 2 and it's the second quarter, and he's stressed out, okay, what do we do? What do we do? Whereas you watch Andy Reid and it's automatic. So I think there's a little bit that has to do with coaching. But in the end, it's going to come down, can I block that defensive end? Is my receiver going to make the play over the DB? Or is my safety going to come over and make the interception? So it's going to come down to some big plays. But coaching plays a major role in all the decisions that are made in the game.
You look at Sirianni, Gus, and you look at his background. You agree, he was born in Jamestown there in Western New York and coached at Indiana, University of Pennsylvania. Came up through the small colleges, and he got in the pros at a very young age. What is it you see that flavor for? This is a young guy, but he's mature beyond his years, that you see in his play calling, that even you as a veteran for so many years kind of takes a good hard look at.
Well, I think first of all, he understands he's got a great line. You have an unbelievable line, you can run the ball. And I don't think he takes that for granted. You see them run the ball every game, and whether it's with Hurts or Sanders, that line in front of him is going to win you the game. And I think he understands that. And when you come up through the ranks of coaching, there's certain things that you learn. And I see when I watch him coach and call plays, he's doing that. He understands what he has. And as you go through, like even in Pittsburgh here, we understood they didn't have a great line this year. But, they figured out a way. It wasn't what they wanted to do. They figured out a way. But I think Sirianni really understands what he has. And so far, what I've seen, he calls the game the way it should be called because of the players that he has.
Gus Farrat joining us here on Fox Sports 910. I want to kind of go off the beaten path here, kind of, with the announcement yesterday, Tom Brady retiring for the second time. You think this is it for him?
I don't know. I mean, I think if Fox gave me as much money as I would make playing, I'd probably be retired too. So that probably had a lot to do with his decision. But, he's going to get out. He's going to get the itch, and he's going to want to do something. It's going to be very interesting to see that when teams come calling for him, because they know he can still play, and he's got 7 Super Bowls, all the stuff that go with Tom Brady. But for me, in my gut, I think he's really done this time.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And Gus, when you watched him over the years, and there's top 2 or 3 things when you watch Tom Brady that you can tell somebody just landed here from Mars about this great quarterback. What would be those top 2 or 3 things about him?
Well, I think it's just his unflappability. When you watch him play, doesn't matter what it is, he really doesn't change. I mean, yeah, he has a lot of passion for the game. You see some stuff on the sidelines, he gets fired up. But you watch his technique in the pocket, you watch his accuracy. And I think some of those last games that he played in, he didn't have those types of things, and that might have helped him with his decision. But over his career, the way that his motion, the way that his technique, everything has stayed the same for so long, and that he's just unflappable. And he is that leader. He's that commander that everybody wants on their team, on their ship, no matter where it is. And I think the guys just buy into that and will follow him anywhere.
Is there a quarterback playing right now of the young guns who might have a shot at reaching some of Brady's heights? I don't know if anybody will win 7 Super Bowls again, but is there
maybe like if you look at his, like from 30 to 39, maybe somebody could reach that. But you take his whole career overall, it's amazing. And if you break it down into thirds, 20s, 30s, and 40s, I mean, those are Hall of Fame careers for any quarterback, let alone one.
Guys, we have a little contest we're doing. We do it every year. We've been doing it for about 20 years now. And this year, there's a local casino, the biggest, the Galtaki Resort. And we are giving away a weekend at this incredible facility. Dinner for 2 at the Orange Sky, dinner for 2 at Tosh, spa certificate. It's a huge deal. I know you're out of state, but it may give you a reason to come back to Arizona after you're here this next week. But all we need is who's going to win in the score. And if you get it, you nail it, you win it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a great game. I think it's going to be I don't know what the over is right now, but I think I think the Eagles are they're gonna eke out the Chiefs, but I think it's going to be a high scoring game. And it's going to be something like 45, 42, something like that. Wow. So it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Wow.
All right, you got it. You got it. Well, Gus, hey, as always, thanks for making some time for us. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Yeah. I'd love to see you guys. Can't wait to see you. And check you out in Radio Row. It's going to be a madhouse.
Oh, big time. We can't wait. That's Gus Farrat joining us here. He'll be at Radio Row all next week as well at the alumni. Kind of cool. We'll have to pull some of those guys and get them on our show.
Absolutely.
I don't know any athlete that doesn't have a podcast now.
I like his pick. I'd love to see
45, 42.
I love it.
Great.
Yeah. Hey, Gus Farrat, he's driven today by All City Towing. All City Towing continues to grow. They are hiring. Head to allcitytowing.com. They have immediate full-time positions available, incredible benefits, a 401k program with a generous company match. The fastest way to apply is online, so just go to allcitytowing.com and just search careers in the search box. Careers. That's allcitytowing.com. Time for this week's Twin Peaks Picks, powered by Coors Light and Blue Moon. We'll take caller number 5 at 602-260-9191. We do it every week. Thanks to Coors Light and Blue Moon. You'll be playing against one of the young ladies here for a $25 man card at Twin Peaks. Again, thanks to Coors Light and Blue Moon. Phone number 602-260-9191. That's next on Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Hey, hey, Rock, we're going to stage it because of the delay, correct?
You know, I've been one to praise Patrick Mahomes. All the superlatives I've hurled his way, I've never felt more like, yep, that's what I was talking about. Jordan-esque, potential GOAT. Yep, that's what I was talking about. Best I've ever seen.
With Chris Broussard and Rob Parker. Today at 5 on Fox Sports 910.
Arizona's headquarters for Toyotas is Wright Toyota. Hey, Rock, for my friends at Wright Toyota in Scottsdale. You will always find the right deal at Wright Toyota. Wright Toyota has been driving Arizona's home for years with their amazing service, pricing, and great selections. I encourage you to discover the difference at Wright Toyota. Make the right choice, Wright Toyota, just off the 101 on Frank Lloyd Wright Boulevard, and always online at wrighttoyota.com. The right price, the right selection. Check out wrighttoyota.com.
Shopping for a mortgage? Big banks can be a big hassle. Call GC Global Capital and work with a local team of mortgage experts for great rates and lower fees, more options, and faster closings. Don't let your dream home purchase turn into a nightmare. Call the professionals at GC Global Capital, 480-397-9300. GC Global Capital, your local mortgage professionals.
GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker. NMLS 1091187. License MB 0924983. An equal opportunity lender.
Home shopping? You'll need a pre-approval letter. Call GC Global Capital and you can get pre-approved in minutes. Call 480-397-9300. Free second opinions and comparisons. GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker. NMLS 1091187. License MB 0924983. An equal opportunity lender.
Bo knows where to watch the big game. Talking Stick Resort. Join Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B as they host the big game viewing party with special guests Bo Jackson and Doug Flutie. Get your tickets now, just $25 at Ticketmaster.com. It's the big game viewing party at Talking Stick Resort.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, perfect for seeing Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, presented by Capital One. Ooh, I do love her. Earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel.
Enjoy your stay in Suite 13.
Whoa, 13? That's Taylor's number. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot,
All right, 15 seconds, guys.
ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Are you ready? It's your weekly chance to challenge one of the beautiful girls from Twin Peaks. It's Peaks Picks. The Twin Peaks girls are the essential ingredient to the perfect lodge experience. Each week, our girl next door Twin Peaks contestant takes on a Fox Sports 910 listener for 3 games. Get the most picks right and win a $25 man card for one of the 4 Valley Twin Peaks locations: Scottsdale, Phoenix, Glendale, and Tempe. Don't forget man-sized Coors Light draft specials every Thursday at Twin Peaks. Time.
Guys are out.
Picks.
All right, let's dive into it. Daniel from Peoria has given his picks for the games, but now we have Cheeks who joins us now.
Return appearance.
Yes, and she won last time,
Yes,
so
she did.
she's back. And again, it's our Peaks Picks Challenge brought to you by Coors Light and Blue Moon. Happy hour gets started in 12 minutes. There's a lot of people. This is almost like as busy as it would be like next week almost.
Kind of. Thursday mornings are pretty popular.
Really?
Yeah, we have a pretty busy lunch.
Okay, good.
Get ready for the weekend.
Yeah.
All right, Cheeks, we're gonna do some college basketball. All right.
Okay.
Oregon Ducks are in town to face the Arizona State Sun Devils in Tempe. Who would you like to see win this one? Or who do you think's going to win? You're going with ASU?
I would like to see ASU win.
All right. And Ben, what's Daniel going with?
Daniel's going with the Ducks. Must be a U of A fan.
Oh, Ducks.
All right, second game, Cheeks. Oregon State, the Beavers. They're down in Tucson taking on the U of A Kitty Cats. As they refer to them down there. Who do you like in that game?
U of A.
Get the Cats.
Wow.
On that one.
Yeah, I'm an Arizona girl.
Oh, there you go. Right away. He's right to the Cats.
No more. All right, Ben, what's Daniel got?
Daniel, it looks to be an Arizona fan because he took the Wildcats as well.
Yeah, it's definitely there. If you're going Ducks and then you're going Cats, yeah, that's a given. All right, the big Super Bowl. All right, next week, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Notice the hat he's got on there?
Mm-hmm. I do.
No prejudice whatsoever.
So,
no bias whatsoever.
we need who's going to win the game first and then what the score is going to be.
I'm going to say Chiefs. And I'm going to say...
You said Cheeks? I'm sorry,
I
what?
mean, yeah, Cheeks.
Cheeks?
I'll win. All right. So the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to say like 56-42.
Whoa, wow. Look at you,
42.
girl.
I'm going to aim high for this one.
Yeah, wow, boy. All right, for the heck of it here, what did Daniel go with?
Daniel as well took the Chiefs 28-24.
28-20. All right, that's good stuff. All right,
It's a great pick, by the way, Cheeks.
so
Thank
Cheeks,
you.
pretty busy next week. Have you worked during the Waste Management Phoenix Open?
Every year I've worked here for 3 years. So, yes.
So
I
just
love
so
it.
you know, I have a twin brother, and I was here last year, just so you know, and I may be here this year too. Or I mean, sorry, my twin.
He may
Maybe here next.
Watch the 40
next week.
slip there.
Right?
Yeah, so
The twin.
just let you know. So I have a twin, so it'll be funny.
Just in case you happen to see the twin
The twin.
popping around here.
Cheeks, good job once again.
job, girl.
Appreciate you playing, and have a good week next week. Make some money.
Thank you, guys. I
That's
hope you have a
Cheeks.
great day, too.
That's Cheeks from Twin Peaks in Scottsdale for that $25 man card, as Daniel from Peoria was our contestant today. So thanks again to Coors Light and Blue Moon. We do it every Thursday.
56-44. Was that it? 56-42. Oh my goodness gracious!
Speaking of
That-
speaking of the Waste Management Open,
Yeah.
our good buddy Woody just sent out a press release. An economic impact study that was conducted by ASU found that last year's Phoenix Open generated nearly $500 million in the state's economy. $453.7 million.
Just the Open itself. So if you had the big game, the same.
You add the
week,
Super Bowl to it.
You might have over $1.5 billion economic. I mean, look at the way WM Phoenix Open. It'll grow. The Super Bowl, the week, 2 weeks, that's going to grow.
So
maybe $1.5 billion, Rock, over under.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real close. We'll have to talk to Rick Coro next week, the sports professor, on that. So the Thunderbirds, the PGA Tour, and others that are associated with the tournament said in this press release that they injected an additional $55.4 million in direct expenditures from the staging and the attendance of the event. And that includes all the tents, the equipment, the food and beverage, administration, parking, security. I mean, I could go on. Hotel rooms. I mean, that's just crazy if you think about these numbers.
Well, and on top of that,
and this year with the People's Open,
Right.
oh, my gosh, with Super Bowl, I can't imagine.
And the thing I like about this, Rock, is the Thunderbirds charity giveaways on top of that will increase, I'm sure.
Yeah, they've given away $175 million since they started in 1932. Last year, I think it was $13 million or something like that.
Yeah, 13,
or 10, or I think it was 10.
It was a big
I don't
number.
have that number, but it was big.
One of the largest that they've ever given away. And what makes it good for everybody that goes out there is the higher the number, the more they're going to give away. And I think the Thunderbirds do a phenomenal job of spreading that out and taking it and sending those checks to very deserving organizations and very deserving people, specifically the teachers of this state.
So it's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
I think it's, there's a lot of holidays out there, I think, that are just stupid. Like, National Cornhole Day or whatever it is.
Yeah.
This is one of them. This is up there with those holidays that make no sense. So we kid around, National Spaghetti Day. I think Groundhog Day falls right in there.
You got to wake him up.
But he never sees his shadow, right?
Well, and let's see, if he does it 6 more weeks of winter, if he does see a shadow. If he doesn't, hey, we're good. Spring's right around the corner. That's kind of the part. It's been going on since 1841, Ron.
No, 1886.
Oh, okay. Give or take a few years.
Oh, you got to be right.
All right, yeah.
And he's only been right 39% of the time.
Well, that's kind of
since 1886.
Yeah. Well,
you can just flip a coin, you have a better shot.
Well, or just flip him and see.
There's some Groundhog Club that claims that he's never wrong.
He made a prediction today,
and
he predicted 6 more weeks of winter.
Oh, he did,
and he's never wrong.
He's wrong 39% of the time. Well, I'm sorry, he's right 39% of the time.
Well, not very good odds one way or the other. But I know this.
6 more weeks. Ugh.
You imagine if they did that in Arizona. I mean, it'd be spring's right around the corner.
It kind of feels like it right now.
It's going to be in the mid 70s this weekend, gentlemen. It's going to be 74 to 75 this weekend, and be the mid to upper 60s for the Open all next week, and getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Wait, what is it next week?
It's going to be in the mid to upper 60s, and then kickoff's supposed to be about 67 degrees at 4:30.
The roof will be closed, won't it? Probably.
Why wouldn't it be open? It'd be
I
beautiful.
think it's better. I think it's better television. I think that's why they like it closed.
Yeah.
For
gorgeous. I mean,
lighting and everything else.
Noise, too. It sounds louder.
You got to see the flyover. You got to see that.
That is
true. That'd be open for the guys coming out of.
I used to love. I don't think the roof works anymore at Chase. I think that's one of their issues, right? But there's nothing better when you get there and the roof is open and then it closes.
Yes.
And they play that music.
That's
and
great sound.
That is just awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, when that first opened, that technology was just phenomenal. I mean, I just thought that was like the coolest thing, even as an adult. I mean, imagine kids seeing that.
Yeah.
Going to a ball game, you're seeing the roof closed. I mean, it's cool that the football field goes in and out at State Farm.
Yeah, matter of fact, that is just about done. I saw a story on that last night. They're finishing up pretty much right now, just finishing up the painting. The only problem with that brand spanking new field, and Jack, you might be related to this, is always just so slick. It's like, let the grass go a little longer. They cut it down to like a putting surface, which isn't bad, but when you're making those cuts and guys getting out there, make sure you got 2 sets of cleats. Because we've seen, at least on that field, the Fiesta Bowl, we saw that a lot.
Yeah, a lot of slipping.
A lot of slippage. And then for this, it's like, okay, just beware. Don't spat your shoes until after warm-up.
It seems like the paint's always worn down after like the second quarter, too. You notice that? Like
or not as bright
as
it is popping up.
Hey, our State 48 Roofing, it's your call question of the day, which can be found on our Twitter page at Roc and Manuch. Who's the greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl? Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Fran Tarkenton, or Donovan McNabb. Those are your 4 choices. Go to rockandmanuch.com, or excuse me, go to @rockandmanuch on our Twitter page. Who is the greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl? Roc, Manuch, Jimmy B, we're out here at Twin Peaks in Scottsdale. Our hour 3 is next as we continue on here on Fox Sports 910.
Attention grillers. Is it time to replace that old grill in your backyard? Need to step up your game? Your chance to win a new one is right now. Just text PEAKS to 55678. That's PEAKS 55678. And you will be entered to win a customized backyard grill patio set, courtesy of Twin Peaks, Blue Moon, and Coors Light. You can enter once a day. Standard message and data rates apply. That's PEAKS to 55678.
What's up, guys? Jason Payne, owner of State 48 Roofing. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, #SexyRoofStatus. All of our work using state-of-the-art materials and 5-star workmanship. Our inspections are free. You heard me? Free. Go to state48roofing.com to schedule your free appointment today.
Tune in weekdays 1 to 4 with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B for your chance to call in and give your prediction for the big game. Guess the score right and win the Talking Stick Resort Getaway Weekend valued at over $1,500. That's weekdays 1 to 4 right here on Fox Sports 910.
No one has the same taste as you.
You're damn right.
From the music you love to the podcasts you can't live without. And only the iHeartRadio app has it all for free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
Attention seniors on Medicare. One Medical Seniors is a doctor's office designed around you and your needs. With convenient locations, on-site labs, and care coordination with specialists, our entire team works together to provide you with the best care possible. Come meet us at one of our no-cost events, like a Medicare 101 or a holiday party, and bring a friend. It's your time. It's your health. One Medical Seniors, building strong relationships with our patients and our community. Learn more at omsphoenix.com. That's omsphoenix.com.
I'm Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer lawyer. When it comes to your personal injury case, I'm straight to the point. I'll answer your call. No BS.
Byron Brown, the anti-lawyer lawyer. Call 1-800-ANTI-LAWYER.
You've got advanced prostate cancer, but you're not waiting around. You want straight talk. The facts about Orgovix.
Orgovix Relagolix 120 milligram prescription tablets is a treatment for adults with advanced prostate cancer.
Fact. Orgovix is a different kind of androgen deprivation therapy treatment, a pill, not an injection. Orgovix may cause serious side effects, including a heart condition called QT prolongation. Tell your doctor right away if you feel dizzy, faint, have a racing or pounding heart, or chest pain. Orgovix can cause harm to unborn baby or miscarriage. Use birth control during treatment and for 2 weeks after Orgovix treatment. The most common side effects include hot flushes, increased blood sugar and blood fat levels, muscle and joint pain, decreased blood hemoglobin levels, increased liver enzymes, tiredness, constipation, and diarrhea. Other side effects include weight gain, decreased sex drive, and erectile function problems. Orgovix may cause infertility. Talk to your doctor if infertility is a concern for you.
Go with Orgovix. Ask your doctor. For more facts, visit gowiththefacts.com.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Broadcasting from the Superbook.com studio. Superbook Sports, now live. This is KGME Phoenix, KESC HD2 Phoenix, an iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart radio app. Number one for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one. Here's what's trending on Fox Sports 910.
Cardinals met with Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan about their head coaching opening. The team is expected to interview Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn a second time. Chase Field will serve as host for the 2023 MLB Draft Combine, scheduled from June 20th through the 25th. The top 300 draft-eligible players will be invited. Canadian sports outlet TSN reported the Raptors were close to acquiring Sun center DeAndre Ayton in a sign-and-trade over the summer. College hoops resumes today. 7th-ranked Arizona taking on Oregon. ASU gets Oregon State. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
Now's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. That's credit. Enter it now at foxsports910.com.
This is the Parker & Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for mostly clear skies, temperatures dipping down to around 44 degrees. And then for your Friday, partly sunny skies with temperatures right around 73. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is
OG
Staples Stores. Staples Print and Marketing is committed to quality and printing perfect every time. Now at Staples, get $10 off your document printing and marketing materials order of $50 or more. Offer ends 2/25. See staples.com/store/printbig for details. Try Staples and see the difference.
Jimmy, they're going to take 2 seconds
Calling all
and land your Shamit, and they're going to like it.
with Jimmy B. Proudly sponsored by On Air Sports Marketing and is powered by
We'll throw in Jay Crowder, too.
Lerner and Rowe. In a wreck and need a check? Make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900 and always online at lernerandrowe.com. Now time for Calling All Sports with Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B.
Guys are hot.
Sports 910.
Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Beautiful day here in the Valley of the Sun. Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B coming to you from Twin Peaks in Scottsdale, the Twin Peaks Lodge. There's 4 in the Valley, and a 5th one coming up here in Deer Valley, Phoenix, about a month or so. So looking forward to a 5th location as we started all here, first one, and it just kind of grew, and here we are still hanging out here at Twin Peaks, which is great. We're excited. We're going to have some big a March Mania announcement coming up. Yeah, I mean, it's all about Super Bowl, but once Super Bowl's over, we shift gears and we talk March Madness.
Because that's right around the corner.
So, we're doing a pretty cool contest. We're going to send somebody to the Final Four. Yes, in Houston.
Very nice.
Wow, I like it. Got 4 tickets. We're ready to go. Got everything all set up, so we'll have some fun with that. But we are out here at Twin Peaks, and again, this is the last week you can register. Actually, next week will be the last week. You can register for the Backyard Patio Grill Set, thanks to our friends at Coors Light and Blue Moon. All you got to do is text PEAKS to 55678. That's PEAKS to 55678. So I think Tuesday or Wednesday after the Super Bowl, we will make that announcement.
Okay.
We're going to randomly draw from all the entrants we've gotten during the football season. And we know multiple people have registered because you can do it daily. So check it out. Just text PEAKS to 55678. It'd be kind of cool to get a phone call from me saying, hey, where do you want this grill sent to? Or better yet, you need to talk to this guy because it's custom. So you're going to have to customize it for your backyard. So really cool prize. So, but Suns lost last night to the Hawks, 132-100. Mikal Bridges scored a team-high 23 points. He had 7 assists in the loss. DeAndre Ayton, 20 points, 9 of 12 shooting. There's a story at tsn.ca, that's the Canadian ESPN, that there's some talks that Toronto was close to acquiring DeAndre Ayton from Phoenix in a sign and trade last summer. And perhaps there may be a deal made for the Suns right now as well for this week or next week. I don't like what they would get in return. And Jimmy, you can expand on that. Okay. You're our NBA guy on if there's anybody worth it, on Toronto Raptors. However, if you bring in another team, which I think would probably happen, maybe it's the Pacers center Miles Turner, who just got an extension, but is still eligible for a trade, then you got something maybe. But right now on the surface, there's nothing that kind of comes across like, oh my God, make that deal, Suns, make that deal.
What are they proposing right now? What is the setup? Here are a couple of guys. Here's the story with the Toronto Raptors. For the next 3 to 5 games, if they win those games, they climb back into a potential playoff spot.
Okay.
If they lose those games, I think then management will look at it and then, okay, we're not going to be in. Let's blow it up and start fresh for next season. That's when I think they will make that determination. And when they do, OG Anunoby is going to be available. Scotty Barnes is going to be available. Van Fleet is going to be available.
Bingo.
But I think they're going to keep Pascal Siakam. I think he stays.
Well, I mean, you think of Van Fleet. I mean, that's one there.
I know you like him.
Damn, he's the heir apparent. I would say to watch the CP3, the up, the down, the inconsistency, hell, he'd be the heir apparent, I would feel. And if that's it, or anybody in particular, but I watched Van Fleet the other day. I mean, we've always known he's good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm like convinced, CP3 doesn't have much left in the tank per se.
Do you guys think DeAndre is going to get moved? If it's Toronto, if it's Indiana, or maybe there's someone we haven't even heard yet?
I can tell you right now, if they don't get a top player for him, I'm not moving him. I'm not gonna make that deal.
But there sure is a lot of chatter, Jimmy.
Anunoby is not DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
I've said this I don't know how many times on the show. If you would
I think it was 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay. If you would just feed the beast once in a while, let him do what he can do.
So 9 of 12 shooting last night, not enough?
No, he only had 12 touches. 12 touches. Now, I'm not saying he would have been the difference in a 38-point loss, but what I am saying is that you got to understand what he can do for you. And I talked about it. They went away from their game plan way too early. Manuch said they panicked.
Yeah, I think they did.
And from that standpoint, they started to try to match 3-ball with 3-ball, and it just was not in the cards.
And here's the thing. Enough sample size, I think, of what you have, what you don't have. Maybe there's a reason why he's not getting the touches and we're just not finding out.
Now, that's a very good point. We don't know because we're not in the locker room behind closed doors. Is there friction with the players and DeAndre Ayton? And so, hey, I'm not going to feed that guy. I'm going to get mine from the outside. I don't know that. That's just a summation.
Do you see a scenario where Crowder gets thrown into that?
I know Milwaukee wants him. I don't know. I don't care if he just got a bag of balls. Just unload the guy because he's not doing you any good just sitting here, even if you just got a bench player for him.
Well, you need something of value.
But I'm just being facetious there. There is a guy who I like, and his name is Dante Vincenzo. And
Bless you.
Thank you. And I figured you'd like him because he's a
paisano.
Yeah, he played in Philly at Temple, so I thought that Rock would like him. So he is a very good player who's getting limited minutes right now in Milwaukee. And Golden State. He was in Milwaukee, Golden State. And
part of the World Championship.
Yes. And he's getting limited minutes because they have such a top-heavy roster. But if you can cut a deal for that guy, he doesn't cost you an arm and a leg.
Is he that scorer, Jimmy,
and
you talk about?
He is a scorer. Yeah. He is a scorer.
But we need some defense, too, as Suns fans. I mean, you can make a case that DeAndre Ayton is a guy that's been inconsistent on the defensive side.
I agree with that, yes.
He's also the guy that I just wish could take over a game, like some of the other big guys we see.
Don't you have to give him the ball to take over a game? Look, what did they do in I'll go back to Philly here, and I'll just run around the league real quick. All right, Joel Embiid. Do they get him the ball? Damn right.
Yes, they do, but he goes he gets the ball. Because they do have a gunner over there with Harden.
He demands the ball.
He demands the ball, okay? DA doesn't demand it. I'm watching the game a little bit last night, and in the first quarter, he goes to the block. He's got his man on his hip, and the ball is outside the three-point line. They don't look at him, and they pass around the perimeter. What the hell is up with that? If your big man has got his defender on the hip, you got to feed the beast. You got to give him the ball.
We've always talked, on this show, other shows, the Suns need a big man that is gonna move bodies in the key, right? It's going to be a badass. Like Tom Chambers used to always tell us. With DeAndre, he used to say, man, if he could just light a match under his ass and get that fire and just be that badass and just start bumping and do what you can to be more aggressive. The Suns have not had that guy.
No.
And I think that's what they're missing because look at the other teams that are having success.
They don't.
Giannis, Milwaukee. You just talked about
Valanciunas. They don't have a Valanciunas. They don't even have the Steven Adams, who on the Grizzlies doesn't really have to score.
And he's kind of played Ayton pretty well.
Yeah.
Don't you think, Jimmy, sometimes when you watch DA play, he's a center that has a number 3 mentality.
I'm with you on that 100%.
I mean, really,
that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, you're the big dude. You're 7'1", 7'2", but it seems like he wants to be.
Would you guys call it? Yeah, I shouldn't. Sometimes you got to think before you speak.
Okay, fair enough.
My filter's not on right now, so I'm just telling you that.
All right.
And just so you know, we don't have a filter today.
Is he soft?
I don't think.
I don't
Okay.
I don't see that.
Fair. All right.
Okay.
That's why I say it.
No, that's
why I prefaced by saying, can you consider him soft, or would a guy like Tom Chambers or some of these guys that have played the game at a very high level would call him soft?
No,
especially being a number 1 pick.
No. Well, see, now that's the issue.
Well, you have to put that in the equation, no matter what.
Okay.
If he was a second rounder, okay.
Yes.
Hey, you got what you paid for.
I still don't think that you would call him soft because I have seen him back his guy down.
Yeah, you're right.
I have. You've seen it.
I've seen it too. I
see him back
2
his
years
guy
ago.
down.
I remember this 2 years ago because I happened to be at the game.
Okay.
And Giannis.
Yeah.
And he went up against Giannis, and he was
terrific.
He was terrific.
Yeah.
But it's like one game he's up and he does that, and then when he's playing, what's his name from Memphis?
Oh, Steven Adams.
Who he should scroll.
Yes.
Doesn't have 2 minutes.
Because Adams bumps him out of his comfort zone.
It's not physical
That's
enough.
what guys do.
That's it. Rock, you nailed it. Okay, some games he does, some games he doesn't. So if you're going to ever become an all-star, I think what other players need to see, they need to see that 90 to 90.
And maybe Monty needs to go, we all talk about load management. We hate that in the NBA.
Yeah, we do.
But if he can get to the point where he can know that he's going to play 30 minutes, 35 minutes every game, and he's going to bust his ass, and he becomes consistent, and you say, DeAndre, I need you to give me 30 tonight, all right? I'm going to give you Tuesday's game off against whoever. Because he's not that guy that gets load management. Devin Booker deserves load management.
Sure. Yeah.
Chris Paul deserves load management because he's older.
Yep.
And Jimmy, this question for you is if you look at, you talk about playoffs and getting toward the playoffs, making sure you got the right personnel for the playoffs. And the Suns look ahead and going, okay, we'll probably finish here, whatever it is. Do we have the personnel to take on that team? And if we don't, and if DA is one of those viable trade pieces to go get the right personnel in order to look forward, is that a possibility going on right now too?
All right, so if you're going to trade DeAndre Ayton, are you going to trade him for another big man who gives you that physicality? And if so, who's going to give up that big man?
And if you're going to you may have to package Dario in there, then you got nothing.
Then you got nothing.
And that's what I'm saying.
All you have is Landale.
You got to be careful. You'll throw the baby out the bathwater, right?
Fair.
But I mean, looking forward,
he's not a max guy.
Oh, no, he's not.
No.
That was to appease him. That was just
That's what I hate about the NBA.
It was,
I know.
They're all enabled young kids.
Yep.
It's like,
Yeah.
come on, give me a break.
But Rock, he is good enough to carry you at times.
At times, well, maybe
but
10 minutes a week.
Well, no,
on the court.
he has to carry you more than that.
But I'm saying that's what it is.
What it is.
And then when someone goes down like a Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and he's in there,
that's right,
dude. He should be scoring 40 points.
Well, I don't know if he's going to score 40.
If he would just,
but he can certainly be 25 to 28.
Exactly. I mean,
Well, why not 40, Jimmy? Why
but
not
he could.
40?
Well, you know why? Because he doesn't like to dunk the ball. He puts up those little bunnies and he misses half
little
of them.
flippers, little right hand, left hand.
Instead of just going to the rim and just slamming it. Hey, real quick, let's get in. Let's take 3 or 4 listeners to give us your big game challenge. It's courtesy of Talking Stick Resort. All you need to do is call right now, 602-260-9191, and give Ben the team is good that you think is going to win the big game and the score. If you get it right, you're going to get a 2-night stay at Talking Stick Resort. You're going to get dinner for 2 at the Tosh restaurant, dinner for 2 at Orange Sky, and a spa certificate. That's all at Talking Stick Resort. 602-260-9191. We'll take 3-4 callers right now. Coming up, it's all about the dogs. Plus, since Tom Brady is retired, I put together a Tom Brady parody just for all you Tom Brady fans. That's next as we continue on from Twin Peaks.
6-time Pro Bowl quarterback Donovan McNabb joins Jody Ayler every week on The Drive to talk the biggest stories from the NFL. Tuesday at 8:33 on Fox Sports 910. Brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
Valley Traffic, the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
On the Loop 202 Red Mountain Freeway westbound at the mini stack transition, we've got a vehicle fire that's sitting at that transition ramp, blocking up the left lane. You are just jammed back to 40th Street. Watch for a wreck in the West Valley on the I-10 eastbound near 91st Street. That's going to be sitting off to your right. I'm Wendy Swanson, Valley Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Pfizer. When temperatures drop, COVID-19 cases may rise. So if you test positive and are at high risk, act fast. Even if your symptoms feel mild, ask your provider if an authorized oral treatment could be right for you. Visit treatcovid19.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Shopping for a mortgage? Big banks can be a big hassle. Call GC Global Capital and work with a local team of mortgage experts for great rates and lower fees, more options, and faster closings. Don't let your dream home purchase turn into a nightmare. Call the professionals at GC Global Capital, 480-397-9300. GC Global Capital, your local mortgage professionals. GC Global Capital is an Arizona licensed mortgage broker. NMLS 1091187. License MB 0924983. An equal opportunity lender.
Tickets are on sale for the big game viewing event at Talking Stick Resort. This is the biggest year ever as Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B will host the big game in the Salt River Grand Ballroom. Tickets can be purchased only at Ticketmaster.com. Watch the big game with all your friends on the large TV screens. Take advantage of the food and drink specials. Win cash just for watching the game with their free $25 quarter squares, the free $100 propositions, and the big one, the kickoff progressive jackpot starting at $4,000, all of which will be given out. If that wasn't enough, special guests Bo Jackson and Doug Flutie. Tickets are $25 in advance and $35 at the door. Space is limited. Get your tickets now before they are all gone at Ticketmaster.com. It doesn't get any bigger than this. The big game viewing party at Talking Stick Resort. $25 tickets in advance, $35 at the door. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
John's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job.
Did I listen to it?
Apply.
Briefly, you need me to look through it again?
Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the
No, I definitely did. I don't remember off the top of my head. I've listened to a bunch of audio today.
Distributor Avnet have agreed to a multi-year partnership.
Let me listen to it again.
Logo to be worn as a jersey patch starting this season.
Okay, that's fine.
7th ranked Arizona takes on Oregon. ASU gets Oregon State. Dodgers CEO Stan Kasten explained the team's approach to release embattled pitcher Trevor Bauer.
Yeah, I listened to this. Yeah, I did.
Deliberate to get to the right decision. I'm Seth Everett.
This family takes turns turning heads. Brains, beauty, and athleticism. All they need now is for you to drive them off the
I
lot.
thought you were asking because of the delay thing, and maybe it's
family of
something that I didn't catch.
A family of unrivaled vehicles waiting at your local dealer.
Wake up with The Drive. Jody Ayler tomorrow morning.
Guys are hot.
On Fox Sports 910 and on our free iHeartRadio app.
Some of us believe it's serious this time.
He's done, Rock.
So I had our crack staff put together a very short parody to the tune of Lady by Styx. And here it is.
I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good.
Brady, I think this time you mean it.
Thank you guys so much.
You're retiring as the greatest quarterback of all time.
Thank you for allowing me to live my absolute dream.
We'll try to forget your last season, but the Buccaneers will probably have a hard time. Oh, Tom Brady.
Love you all.
I love you all.
I love you all.
I love you all.
I'm proud of you, Rock. That's good therapy.
That was
Yeah,
good.
I'm coming around.
Acknowledge Tom
Since
Brady.
yesterday, you wouldn't even say his name on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but dude,
You
we
wouldn't
could have
say
used
name?
you yesterday.
Yeah?
I struggled through the day.
He did.
Because
You know.
of me or Tom Brady.
The only good part is I think most of the show wasn't on the air because the hamsters weren't fed.
Yeah, that's true.
So it didn't matter. But I know we weren't on 910. I think our 99.9 HD2 worked. Maybe the streaming worked.
TB12. What are we going to do without him? He's only going to make $37 million a year, Jimmy.
That's all.
To go work for Fox Sports.
That's kind
for
of
the
like
next
what you
10
guys
years.
pay me when I came on the show.
I mean, $37
Yeah.
million a year. We call it a highway robbery. If they're willing to pay it, so be it.
I'm anxious. I haven't heard any or seen anything in the last couple hours on what his commitment may be for the Super Bowl with Fox carrying the game.
Don't you think they'd at least invite him, bring him on board the set? At
We
least
need to invite him. So you want a paycheck?
Yeah.
You want to get paid on the 15th?
You'll start.
There's two sides. to
Friday,
this.
Saturday, and Sunday.
There's two sides to this. A, he wants to, as Manuch always says, want to get away. He may want to get away and not be involved and go to an island someplace. Or it could be, yes, I'll show up on your pregame show on Fox.
Okay, let me throw this at you guys. So if he wanted to go get away on Southwest Airlines, a little cheap plug there, or if he's truly, truly done, he would be anxious to come on the set at Fox and go, yeah, guys, let me talk about this, this, and this, because if he wants to take time away from the game, I'd be leery of him. Well, hell, if he hangs out with
Cliff.
Cliff
He's in Thailand.
over in Thailand, I'm going, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Other going, all right, guys, I'll be there. I'll see you Friday before the game. I'm good to go.
We'll see.
So TJ Watt is looking forward to celebrating the careers of course, his brother who just retired, JJ Watt, and Tom Brady. And he told People magazine that he would like to see JJ and Tom be inducted in the NFL Hall of Fame together.
Well, I think that's 5 years. I think they will be together.
They will be.
I mean, Brady, the timing has got 5 years from yesterday.
Both of them are absolute locks. I mean, they should both
You would hope.
should be unanimously voted in.
I hope that happens. I don't see why it wouldn't, but
right.
Stranger things have happened. A lot of it is I think sometimes a guy may not get in. I think there's some
bias with the voters.
Not necessarily bias, but having so many guys in the same year, knowing that next year's class isn't as much, it may not draw as much attention, may not draw as many people going to the Hall of Fame, going to the Hall of Fame game, being at the induction. No, maybe, I don't know. What do you think?
5 years from now.
5 years.
So let me ask you this.
They're automatic.
Chaparral High School graduate Taylor Lewan feels that the NFL should retire Tom Brady number 12 league-wide.
Throughout the league?
Yes.
Yes
or no?
Jackie Robinson? No.
I'm going no.
No, I'm not. No.
He thinks no one should wear number 12.
Disagree.
Similar to what?
He's
Jackie Robinson?
Yeah, he didn't do what Jackie Robinson did. Come on. Look, he's the GOAT, but that doesn't mean that you retire it in New England. And if you want to,
and how do you do that? Because if you retire his number, Joe Namath wore number 12.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Jim Kelly wore number 12.
Roger Staubach.
Bob Greasy wore number 12.
Yeah.
Yep. You can go on and on and on about the number 12s.
Seahawks have already retired to number 12, right?
That's right. That'd be a conflict right
Sorry,
there.
Taylor. I think you're a good dude, but I think that's a little far.
Yeah,
I mean, you look at other sports. We brought up Jackie Robinson at 42, right?
Sure. Yes.
Yep.
Now, Wayne Gretzky, 99. His number has not been retired, but they do have a banner in every arena for him.
Yes.
You know what, Manuch,
Yes.
we've questioned why it would be up at the Yotes because of how he messed
in the
up.
rafters.
How messed up he put that organization back when he was the coach and was getting paid $7-8 million a year, and they were bankrupt
As a consultant, too, Rockford. Don't
and
forget
a
that.
consultant.
Yeah.
And then you got Bill Russell,
3 minutes.
6. You know, and I think he's one of the best ever, 11-time champion. We talked about him yesterday a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
5-time MVP, but I think of Dr. J when I think of 6.
Because I think if you're going to go down that road that Taylor Lewan would like to go down, I think if you're going to retire that number, you'd have to go, okay, who is the greatest football player of all time? Looking at,
I do think
that.
maybe in a couple years, just let him, because we don't know.
No.
He may come back.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got that 40-day window, but let's wait a little while, and maybe there's some kind of award you give him.
With retirement jerseys, I think that it's imperative if you're that guy, you have to do something that is monumental that helps.
7 Super Bowls.
But just wait. Monumental in changing the game the way it was played.
He did that.
Or
2 minutes.
Wait, no, he played quarterback. He didn't change the game.
7 Super Bowl titles.
Hey,
That doesn't change the game, Manuch. How does that change the game?
That doesn't change
We'll
the game.
never see another quarterback.
You don't know that. You don't know that. I think you can make a case Patrick Mahomes is starting out pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
He didn't change the game. Guys still play quarterback. They still pass.
Yeah.
All right.
It definitely did
So
change the game.
Jackie Robinson breaks the color barrier. All right. You have Willie O'Ree in the NHL who broke the color barrier in professional hockey. I mean, there are numbers if you're going to.
So it's not all about stats.
It's not all about how you won or maybe how
many
you
awards?
performed.
Because Bill Russell, same thing.
Correct.
11 times.
That's correct.
That's a lot more than Brady.
He's the all-time winning team player in sports.
So, if like I said, if Taylor Lewan throws that out there, I think it's more or less if you're going to do a retirement number like baseball, on the field, off the field, impactful, changing him all the particulars that are there, and whether they're of color or not. How have you done that, and what have you done? So I think 7 Super Bowl. You went to the Super Bowl 10 times, guys. 10 times.
I'm well aware of that.
Yeah, I
And
think
won
most
7.
people know that.
No, I know,
Not
but
breaking news.
But I mean, in reference to that's pretty impactful.
It is impactful when if you care about stats.
Okay.
But you can also make a case for your question right now for our State 48 Roofing. Who's the best quarterback that did not win a Super Bowl? And man, I like Tom Brady. Don't get me wrong, but man, this list: Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Frank Tarkenton, Donovan McNabb. 2 minutes left in the game. Man, Dan Marino was
Marino,
awesome.
yeah.
He was
Jim Kelly, same thing.
Yeah.
Grant Tarkenton was awesome.
He was.
Donovan was okay.
Yeah.
But I do think that to his point, Jimmy, he needed to change the game, not create stats to give him that honor.
Well, if you're considered by a lot of people to be the greatest of a sport in that league of all time,
so
greatest quarterback.
All right, Michael Jordan is the GOAT. If you look up GOAT,
Sure.
wouldn't Michael's name be first on of all sports?
Right, and I
that
get it.
everybody knows.
Yeah, and I would say
Who else would it be?
Well, when LeBron breaks Kareem's record, he's going to have a great argument. He's going to have a great
And you
argument.
know that is going to be a discussion like the DH
Sure,
rule.
yes, it will.
I mean, it's going to go on and on
Yes.
and on and on, and I think
Forever.
it's an era thing.
It is.
I didn't get to see Bill Russell. You know, you guys did. I wish I could have seen him play.
I saw Wilt as
Well,
a
yeah.
little kid, and I can tell you that nobody could guard Wilt. Nobody could play against Wilt. In today's game, Chamberlain would average 50 if he wanted to. Oh, wait. He already did that in 1962.
Yeah, I just GOAT in the NBA. They didn't do it. Is there? Excuse me for not knowing this. Is there an award right now named after Michael Jordan in the NBA?
There is not.
Bill Russell, yes.
Yes.
And
did they do something with Magic and Larry Bird? It has something to do with like All-Star game or
the All-Star game. Yeah, but
there's an award
but it's not like it's a national award every season.
And the Davey O'Brien's is a trophy.
So Magic and Larry Bird is the conference finals MVP.
There you go.
Kobe Bryant is the All-Star MVP.
There you go.
Okay, so why doesn't Michael Jordan have it?
Well, I don't know.
He has the MVP.
He's got the
MVP?
Yeah.
He's got the logo.
Oh, yeah.
But that's Jerry West.
No, that's Jerry West.
They should change it to
MVP.
Michael Jordan.
Here's this.
It is the MVP. Are you sure?
I don't even need to look it up. I'm guaranteed sure.
So here's the deal.
So the MVP is
I'll
Michael
check it.
Jordan MVP?
We'll have to look.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's called the Michael Jordan Most Valuable Player
All
Award.
right, fair.
All right,
Okay.
so
that's what I said. Excuse me for not
when
knowing
Wilt
that.
Chamberlain played, they made 2 huge rule changes because of Wilt in the game.
That's game-changing.
Yes, that are game-changing. One, they widened the lane from what it was because nobody could stop Wilt. Even when they widened it, they couldn't stop him. And the other one is free throws. Now, when the shooter shoots it, he has to stay behind the line until the ball hits the rim. Back in the day, Chamberlain would just take off at the free throw line and dunk it.
Wow. We're going to come back with Howard Balzer next. It's Roc and Manuch and Jimmy B from Twin Peaks, Scottsdale.
This is what's trending on Fox Sports 910 Phoenix.
College hoops resumes today. 7th-ranked Arizona taking on Oregon. ASU gets Oregon State. The Cardinals met with Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan about their head coaching opening. The team is expected to interview Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn a second time. Chase Field will serve as host for the 2023 MLB Draft Combine, scheduled from June 20th through the 25th. The top 300 draft-eligible players will be invited. Canadian sports outlet TSN reported the Raptors were close to acquiring Sun center DeAndre Ayton in a sign-and-trade over the summer. I'm Seth Everett on Fox Sports 910, available everywhere on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is the Parker and Sons Weather Center. For all your AC, plumbing, and electric needs, call Parker.
For tonight, look for mostly clear skies, temperatures dipping down to around 44 degrees, and then for your Friday, partly sunny skies with temperatures right around 73. For the Fox 10 weather experts, I'm Ty Brennan.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today. Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks are so good. Some are saying they're better than their mom's French toast. Perfectly crispy on the outside, perfectly fluffy on the inside, perfectly perfect in every way. Try Wendy's Homestyle French Toast Sticks today and see if they're better than your mom's.
The football postseason is here, and you can still win Twin Peaks Man Cards just by playing Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B's weekly Fan Pick'em contest. Head to fanpick'em.com and get in your weekly picks for your chance at weekly Man Cards. Thanks to Twin Peaks, Coors Light, and Blue Moon. Don't forget to stop by one of the 4 Valley Twin Peaks locations to watch all the playoff action. Are you looking for a change in your career path or just looking to get back into the employment market again? Look no further. All City Towing is searching for motivated teammates to join their team. Current openings are in the areas of customer service, tow truck operators, yard management, facilities maintenance, and dispatch. If you're looking for a challenging yet rewarding opportunity, a great benefits program including 401k program with a generous company match, and a company that is a leader in the industry, apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call All City's HR department at 480-833-7278. All City Towing is Arizona's largest towing transport vehicle storage provider. Locally owned and invested within the communities they service. If you enjoy helping others by providing great customer service, working as a team, and possess great communication skills, All City is for you. Apply online at allcitytowing.com/careers or call 4.
Get ready for the nothing but net action of college basketball on AZTV Channel 7. Every Monday and Saturday, we take you courtside for both men's and women's college hoops. AZTV Channel 7. Check out the schedule at aztv.com.
Bo knows where to watch the big game. Talking Stick Resort. Join Fox Sports 910's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B as they host the big game viewing party with special guests Bo Jackson and Doug Flutie. Get your tickets now, just $25 at Ticketmaster.com. It's the big game viewing party at Talking Stick Resort.
Even a wager that misses can still be a slam dunk with BetMGM, an authorized gaming partner of the NBA. Place an NBA one-game parlay wager with 4 legs or more, and if you miss one leg, you'll receive up to $25 back in bonus bets. Just opt in to this promotion on BetMGM's app or website. With one-game parlay, you can make selections within a single NBA game from tons of bet types, including team and player props. So go ahead and take your favorite NBA star to score big, the home team to cover, and the over in points. Opt into the promotion, then place an NBA one-game parlay wager of 4 legs or more, and you'll get up to $25 back in bonus bets if you miss one leg. Make a bold pick on your next parlay with the king of sportsbooks. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and
Hey, Manuch, I don't think I'm going to play the Kyle Shanahan thing. It doesn't look like you guys are asking anything about that.
qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards
All right, cool. Just making sure.
Bonus bets. Bonus bets expire in 7 days from issuance. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Style runs in the family. Athleticism runs in the family. Extraordinary runs in the family. The Mercedes-Benz range of SUVs. Learn more at MBUSA.com.
All right, guys, here we go.
Drive one at your local dealer.
Guys are hot.
Howard Balzer joins us now, part of Go PHNX. You can follow him on Twitter at HBalzer721. Without getting into it too much, do you still have some words you're allowed to use? Because you've
Everybody knows me. Knows there's never a word limit.
So, this whole talk about the big net. How big is this net in the country?
You know how big the net is, certainly because of those who have been added to it this week. And certainly they're waiting to see what Sean Payton would decide. And of course, finally happened earlier this week. And now that we are getting close to Super Bowl week, I think, I don't know if it's the case or not, but in some levels it makes sense that you kind of, as much as you like to get a coach in and have him be able to start working on hiring staff, I don't know that they want to make an announcement during Super Bowl week, especially with the game here in Arizona. So perhaps that's an issue with it. But I think they're just, trying to talk to as many people as they can. And, especially when you've had situations where they interview Frank Reich, he takes another job. Mm-hmm. John Payton, they interview, he takes another job. Dan Quinn, they interview, he decides not to coach. And so I think one of the things might be that they're trying to find someone who really wants this job. Mm-hmm. And I think that, you look at this roster, you look at the, everything involving Kyler Murray and his injury and a lot of factors, you just wonder truly how attractive is this job to different candidates. So, we'll find it, they're interviewing 3 people this week. I thought it was interesting, guys, that this week with Brian Callahan of the Bengals and Mike Kafka of the Giants, aside from 2 former head coaches, Frank Reich and Sean Payton, these are the first 2 NFL assistants with an offensive background that they even were talking to or interested in. So, and now there's talk also they're going to, perhaps interview Aaron Glenn for a second time. So I just think they're being very, and very patient and saying we want to make sure to get the right guy. What, of course, it leads a lot of the fan base to think is, oh, they're just doing all this, and then they're going to come back and say Vance Joseph is the best option, which, quite frankly, I wouldn't have a problem with. I know a lot of fans wouldn't like that, but it could very well be he might be on a lot of different levels the best guy for this job right now with the coaches that are potentially interested.
And at that point, you would turn a lot of the fan base off in the Valley of the Sun. And Michael Bid was all about butts and seats, as we know for sure. Kafka, and looking at the guy Callahan from Cincinnati working with quarterbacks. I think what Kafka did with Daniel Jones was phenomenal. Now, the head coach had a lot to do with that in reference to that offense and setting him up. But when you look at that, you also think it's all about, too, how it is working with Kyler Murray, the attitude, the ability, the knee, all the above, whether they take this job.
No, I think you're 100% right. And I said right from the very start of this, you guys know that. Excuse me. I've talked about it. I've written about it on GoPHNX. That Kyler Murray's the elephant in the room. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And there's so many facets to that. And then the other thing is when, I've always wondered why all these owners, and this is just not Michael Bidwell, it's mostly all the owners, all they do for the most part is interview coordinators. And so now I know some of them are successful, don't get me wrong, but where's the evidence that any of these coordinators, they're good at calling plays, obviously, but how do we know they're going to be a good head coach, dealing with all the things you have to deal with a head coach? That's why, I would still, like Brian, I don't know where Brian Flores sits on the list right now, but he's obviously he has that head coaching experience, but I don't know how much his lawsuit against the NFL and the Cardinals being included in that lawsuit complicates matters. So there's so many moving pieces to this that it's hard to predict which direction they'll go in. And I will say this: I know the fan base wouldn't be happy with Vance Joseph, but I laugh at it and say, "Oh, so they'd be thrilled with Mike Kafka." When I'll bet you 90% of the fan base never even heard of the guy until his name was mentioned as a guy who's going to be interviewed. Oh, we'd be thrilled with a Giro Evero. What? I mean, I'm not saying he wouldn't be a good coach, but what's the difference there? But I think one of the positives, and if Vance Joseph ends up being the guy, is that you don't have to change all the systems. You don't have to change the defensive scheme. Potentially, he could keep some coaches from the offensive side who are young up-and-comers and not have to change the scheme, which Kyler Murray is going to have to work under. And if with a new scheme, he's got to learn that without even being able to practice in it until the earliest October. So I think there's some positives to that. But like I said, I laugh at the whole perception that's out of there. Well, the fan base won't like it when half these guys they're interviewing, most fans had never even heard of before.
All right, I'm with you on that, but let me fire this at you. If Vance Joseph turns out to be the guy, you saw in the second half of the season the teams adjusted to what he was doing defensively, and they started to put a lot of points on the board against that Cardinals defense, Howard. I hear what you're saying, that's the easy way to go, but I'm not sold on Vance Joseph being the guy.
Well, I'm not saying it's the easy way to go. I'm just saying I can see positives in doing that. As to your point about the defense, I don't think it's as simple as just saying, well, other teams adjusted to him. The second half of the season, they had in half the games, at least half the games, they had no healthy cornerback. I mean, there was a few games there where their top three cornerbacks weren't available. They had injuries on the defensive line, and the injuries weren't as bad as they were on offense, but they still had a big effect. And then the offense was so inconsistent that puts more pressure on the defense because they're out on the field longer. But bottom line is they would be hiring Vance Joseph because they think he would be a good leader for this entire football team. And I think that's what more owners should be looking at, not the hot coordinators. I mean, Aaron Glenn, people seem excited about Aaron Glenn, right? Oh, yeah, because they saw him on Hard Knocks, and he's a real go-getter, an emotional guy, and he's got a great personality. His defense was terrible in Detroit, but to me, that shouldn't matter. I mean, they didn't have great players on defense. They need to improve the talent on defense, and I think that's a big part of it. Where was the pass rush on the Cardinals? That wasn't Vance Joseph's fault. I mean, he could only coach the guys that he was given by the front office. So I think sometimes we get a little hung up on some of these things in terms of adjustments or how an individual unit played. I'll tell you one thing. I remember when Mike McCarthy was hired as a head coach by the Packers, and people were saying, how could they hire him? He was the offensive coordinator with the 49ers the year before, and they were terrible. Yeah, they were bad, but they knew that they had a guy that they thought could be a good head coach, and that he didn't have the talent in San Francisco to play much better than I think Alex. I'm trying to remember. I think Alex Smith was a rookie.
Yeah, he was. Yes, he was.
When he was the coordinator there, and so I think you have to look beyond that a lot of times. And so the people laughed at the Packers hiring McCarthy, and obviously he had a great quarterback there. He had a good situation, and he's been a very successful head coach in the NFL.
Howard, we're going to catch up with you next week and get your prediction for the game, unless you want to give it to us now. What would you prefer?
We'll do next week.
Okay.
We'll have to figure out the time because I'm doing a bunch of stuff on Radio Row, and we'll be busy. But I'm still formulating in my mind which way I'm going to go with the game, because it is an intriguing matchup on a lot of different levels. So we'll figure out when I get my schedule for next week. It might be a different time than this. I hope we can figure it out.
Sure.
But we'll figure out what it'll be next week.
And it will be a Radio Row all week, Monday through Friday from 1 to 4 too. So if we can squeeze you in for
that'll be
prediction,
perfect.
we'll see you there. So Howard, as always, man, I know you got like 10 more hits today. So thanks for the time fitting us in.
All right, guys, take care.
Hey, that's Howard Balzer. Follow him on Twitter at hbalzer721, and he is the Cardinals NFL reporter for GoPHNX. And of course, we're kidding. He does lots of radio in the market, and he's been a staple with us for many years. So we appreciate him. He was coming on with us when he was in St. Louis.
Yes, he was.
And then moved here.
Yep.
And did some radio with Jimmy. Jimmy and Howard did a show for a while.
Matter of fact, we did a hit with him when he was driving out.
Yes, I remember that.
He was driving. I said, because I'm this side of
Paso.
I'm like, all right.
Can't believe we're going to do this. Our Learner Row 1 call, that's all. I had a lot of time on my hands this morning. The Tom Brady retirement montage. Yes, that's next. It's Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B. Fox Sports 910.
Car payment, groceries, mortgage, gasoline. Life is expensive, but we're giving you a shot at $1,000 every hour with inflation compensation. Listen for the keyword at the top of the hour. Sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys.
Hey, Arizona, it's your local accident attorney, Kevin Rowe from Lerner and Rowe, where there are no fees until we win your case. Speaking of win, we want to help you bank $1,000, powered by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. Interact, need a check? Call Lerner and Rowe today, 977-1900.
Valley traffic from the Valley Toyota Dealers Traffic Center.
There is a closure due to an accident in Van Buren between Avondale Boulevard and 107th Avenue. Buckeye and McDowell are your alternate. I-10 eastbound near 91st Avenue. We have an accident off right. Slow traffic from 99th Avenue. Also a crash 10 westbound near the 17 Stack. And 10 westbound near Perryville Road off right.
This report is sponsored by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Experience the moment at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, featuring the best gaming thrills in Arizona, like live table games, action-packed BetMGM sportsbooks, and an immersive Topgolf swing suite experience. Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Here, you're the MVP. For more information, visit playatgila.com.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. It's the perfect time of year to take your next adventure off-road in a powerful Chevy Silverado. Round up the whole gang for some family fun in a Chevy Equinox. Hey kids, let's go. Or take your night on the town by storm in a stylish Chevy Blazer. Make more memories and take on the road ahead. Wherever it leads you. Find new experiences, find new roads. See your Valley Chevy dealers.
I'm attorney Kevin Rowe. Have you been charged with a crime you didn't commit? It happens more than you think. When your liberty is on the line, you need an experienced attorney that will aggressively fight for you. Lerner & Rowe Law Group handles DUI and all other criminal charges. And with our affordable payment plans, it's easier than you think to get the defense you need. If the police made a mistake, call Lerner & Rowe today. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to take your call.
Lerner & Rowe is the way to go. Call 977-1900.
Make plans for the big one Sunday, February 12th at either the Showroom in Casino, Arizona or the Ballroom in Talking Stick Resort. Win cash just for watching the big game, as this year marks Roc and Manuch with Jimmy B as the 22nd consecutive season. Doors open at 2. First come, first serve. Just be 21 or older. It's the big game viewing parties with tons of cash and giveaways. See you on February 12th at either Casino, Arizona or Talking Stick Resort.
It's 2023. New year, time to get fit again, doctor's orders. This year, I'm going to guarantee I get back in shape by getting a heating tune-up with AC Doctors. I can worry about the Stairmaster tomorrow. Today, I'm calling AC Doctors to get my AC system as fit as a fiddle and save a ton of money. With the utility increases, it's time for me to follow through on this New Year's resolution. Call AC Doctors today and get your heating tune-up for only $75. Call AC Doctors at 602-767-7435 or visit theacdoctors.com.
I studied Spanish in college and never got fluent. But then I tried Babbel.
Want the most effective way to learn another language? In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel's bite-sized lessons will have you learning another language in as little as 3 weeks.
Babbel gets you speaking quickly about things you actually talk about in the real world.
University studies have shown that using Babbel for 15 hours is equivalent to a semester of college Spanish. If you want to learn a new language, there's no better way than Babbel. Go to Babbel.com to try Babbel for free. That's Babbel.com.
It's the Lerner and Rowe. One call, that's all. Call of the day. If you're looking for a full-service law firm, just make one call. That's all. 602-977-1900. Lerner and Rowe, voted Arizona's best law firm.
Tom Brady retires.
They say all good things.
Hey, did I lose you guys?
Brady officially announcing his retirement.
The best.
Tom Brady
Just know
announced his retirement.
All right, what's up? Something happened?
my family.
Greatest of all time.
And most of all,
The GOAT!
my fans.
It is official. He announced it on his Instagram.
My teammates, coaches, fellow competitors, and fans deserve 100% of me. 7 Super Bowl titles, 5 Super Bowl MVPs, 3 overall. All
right, we'll do.
Right now, it's best I leave the field of play to the next generation of dedicated and committed.
I went to the restroom.
End of an era. Your reaction to Tom Brady being gone?
The first emotion that comes to mind.
I have to go see my wife who's doing a medical procedure directly after this, so I have to run over.
Brady has his 5th. What a comeback. Bucks win the Super Bowl 55. Tom
Just have to hop on the freeway after this, that's all.
No, we're just playing too. I do have kids that I love, and I don't want to be a dad that's not there.
Tickets out. It's all good, guys.
Perspective of my life.
Good cup right there that you could. I mean, dude, is it part of your contract? It says that 15 minutes left of the show. I mean, you get out at like 58. There you have it. Tom Brady's retirement montage. We're done. We don't have to ever do that again. It's out of my system. Hey, our good buddy Sean Crespin, as we all know, it's been part of our show for many years. And he just sent me a text, and he has, last minute, 4 really, really good seats. They're actually not as good as mine. Like, I'm section R, he's section U. Ours better. Okay. But we both have the same row. Okay. All right. I've already given away my 4. But he's gracious enough to give away 4 right now. First one that gets in, 602-260-9191. We'll email you the tickets. It's 4 tickets for tonight's game at 6 o'clock against Oregon State. How cool is that?
That's pretty. That's
good.
nice.
Yeah, nice. Good job, Preston.
Thank you, Sean. We appreciate
I'm glad he
that,
knows what time we're on. That's always a plus. So tonight on the Pac-12 Network, if you're not going to the game, you got Oregon State in town against Arizona State. And then at 8:30 on ESPN, it's Oregon and Arizona. So there you have it. Again, the phone number 602-260-9190 when you want these 4 tickets to go. So if you're one of those guys and gals or whatever that likes to do stuff last minute, well, the game starts in 2 hours. So how about that? Good stuff.
All right, folks, our State 48 Whipping Get Your Call question of the day. Who is the greatest QB to never win a Super Bowl? You can still go to @Roc and Manuch on Twitter and vote. Was it Dan Marino, Jim Kelly, Fran Tarkenton, or Donovan McNabb? Currently leader in the clubhouse after I refreshed it, Rock, just so you know.
Good job.
Good job. 54.5% to Dan Marino, 27.3% for Donovan McNabb, and Jim Kelly and Fran Tarkenton both at 9.1%. So Danny Marino, line it up.
So Manuch, I'll ask Jimmy because I know Manuch ain't doing anything. So are you doing anything tonight for Groundhog Day?
No, I am not. I'm going to watch basketball.
You'll watch basketball?
Yes.
I'm going to go watch golf.
I love
Pebble Beach, the Pro-Am.
I do too.
You're not going to watch the Pro Bowl game skills showdown?
That's tonight?
Yeah. The skills
Come
challenge.
on.
That's been so heavily promoted. I don't know how I missed it. Really?
Oh, yeah. That'll be the only exciting thing in reference to football.
Don't worry, I'll watch
this
it.
weekend.
Yeah, I'll come back tomorrow
Give
with
us a
my
report.
report. I'll watch it.
I can tell you right now that Colt Nust playing golf at Pebble and playing with Aaron Rodgers said, hey, why don't you come play for the 49ers while he's getting ready to hit a tee shot?
Oh, geez.
You gotta love that. Well, hey, speaking of tomorrow, guys, we will be right Toyota, Sean Salisbury, Bryce Perkins, Rams quarterback.
Nice.
Doug Flutie, the Heisman Trophy candidate who we're going to have at the big game festivities.
Big game plans at Talking Stick Resort. We have Doug Flutie and Bo Jackson as well. A preview with Doug.
2 minutes.
Good.
So they asked what Doug wants to know what we're going to talk about, and the publicist encouraged us to talk Bills. I'm like, why would we want to talk Bills? I don't care about the Bills.
I think Doug will know when we throw stuff at him, he'll be able to handle it.
I want to ask him about testosterone. I mean,
very good question.
I want to know if it works, if the T's working.
Is he still playing baseball at age 60? That's another thing too. The guy's Aggie serves. He plays baseball. Pick up basketball.
Plays the drums.
He plays the drums.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does.
But is he taller than Jimmy B?
He is.
Oh, yeah.
I've interviewed him many times. He's about 3 inches
So let me ask you,
me.
did you use phone books? What did you use when you used to interview people?
When
you were doing your stand-ups?
Yeah.
I mean, you did stand on something.
All the time.
But what was it? Was it something that you carry with you?
I did an interview one time with Bill Walton, and he was with the Portland Trailblazers. It was just after they had won the championship, and Walton was standing on the floor. I stood on about the 4th level of the bleachers so I could look him in the eye, and the camera angle was just me talking to him. And then they pulled back and showed that I was standing on the bleachers.
So, Jimmy, when you drive around, you see like Kaylee O'Kelly, and you see all the news gals and guys, and they're doing their photo shoots, and there's usually it's a group shot.
Yes.
So when they used to do those group shots with you, did you always have to stand on something?
No, I'd always stand on my toes.
They told you to stand on your toes.
Yes.
When you were younger, why didn't you just go to those handlebars or at the parks, the playground? You just hang on and
stretch.
Yeah, and then I got
guitar. News for you, man. I've done everything.
Hey, thanks for Twin Peaks having us here, and of course, like the Blue Moon. Text Peaks to 55678 for that grill we're giving away next week. For everybody, thank you. We'll do it again tomorrow at 1 o'clock on Right Toyota.